sure that's also live for you. It's still weak for Apollo Network. Oh, we're good. That music is something. I need to get different background music for the stream, because it's like a little aggressive. I missed the old one. I had to get rid of it because, well, copyright. They decided to randomly start copyrighting it 2 years later since my last podcast. Well,
that's unfortunate.
yeah, so episode 1 of the podcast, the one with the most views and stuff, literally is copyrighted. Possibly the worst case scenario. So guys, I'm just getting everything set up and prepared. I had to shower like literally right before this. You know, I was in a rush this morning. So I woke up at like 11. Alright, I'm just gonna game for a little bit and then actually I'll link the stream now in Discord just so people. Server boost. Yo, why do you give me an X button if I can't click the damn X button? Oh, we can have a server tag now?
Well,
Oh, whenever I clicked enable boost, it immediately took me to like donate because, wait. Oh, individual perks. That's weird. What's up, Beast? So I could pay 3 nitros worth of boost and get a tag for the sweat? What is this? What is this? That's weird. Discord trying to go IPO. They gotta make money, guys.
you don't understand. They're 401ks.
Right, I don't understand. You know what I do understand, though? Them just not hiring 20,000 people when they don't need 20,000 people. I actually don't know how many employees they have, but it's probably a comedic amount. You know, guys, it's a lot easier to make profit if you don't burn money. But actually, I wouldn't be shocked if Discord's most money-burning thing is the platform itself, not the employees. Since, you know, I'm able to just, like, stream full quality to you directly, one person. Just if I feel like it. Sorry about my monitor being cropped, y'all. I always forget that. What you had in the story, Rook? I don't think you've been keeping up, have you?
No, and I've also missed a few things, so I'm like still in cell.
Damn.
I'm also like 7 hours of playtime behind.
Yeah, I don't actually know how much playtime I have, you know. If only the patch had come out and, you know, I was able to be like, oh, I have X amount of hours on this character.
Just plug in the patch right now.
Dude, I wanted the patch to be out for both of the last podcasts. You know how upset I am?
Should have fixed the monitor resolution stuff.
Dude, can't everyone just have a 16:9 monitor and be normal? I didn't even know you didn't have a 16:9 monitor. I forgot about that.
You know, there was something I saw from Pixel Guys. I forgot what the actual like thing was called, but it was like if you scale everything based on a universal thing rather than like going to 16:9 or the other one.
Oh wait, universal.
Yeah, like you find the greatest common factor between all of them, and then you scale at that resolution. Then you can just break it down and up easier, and it like, does its fast.
Treat 16:9 like the core. Treat an arbitrary one as the core, and make basically 16:9 would be calculated as well at that point. That'd be a good idea in general for not being unfair towards. Well, okay, being unfair towards one is fine for the fact that it's literally 16:9 and it is.
Yeah, it's just like it makes it easier on you when, and this is for like specifically Pixel games.
The only reason this GUI is broken because character and set instance are literally the same GUI, right? Like, so in theory, this center screen GUI should have been easy. It's the new stuff that's broken. All of the, like, you know, the scrolling part where like things go off the visual part of it. that kind of thing, that's where it gets really bad. That's why things are breaking on this one. I actually do, believe it or not, have GUI scaling somewhat figured out at this point. And maybe like 70% figured out. I just need to like take the time to go through and condense all my GUI scaling stuff. Because the problem is I still like extend GUI screen on everything and then still do a bunch of basic stuff myself. When I could just extend my version of GUI screen. You know, extend GUI screen and then extend it again. Create a middleman there that has most of this shit. Because, like, for instance, I identify, like, a display scale X, which, you know, that's the factor between your resolution and my resolution, effectively, to calculate things. And the problem is, I basically just need to, like, clean up all the code, and, like, I could probably remove a solid, like, 500 lines of code doing this. You know, across, like, the dozen GUIs we have, of course. That use that as pretty much just issues with the context menu, and then also just issues with playtime. There was an issue where, like, someone checked their server playtime. They had 40 minutes on the test server, or 40 days, excuse me, which not accurate. And then Jonga at the same time checks it, and he also has 40 days, and then I also have 40 days. So probably some kind of concurrency bug there. Don't even know how that happens, because I'm pretty positive they're local variables. I don't know if you read what I said about playtime top, though, but I saw it taking like 400 milliseconds, and I'm like, I'm not going to stand for this. So I went ahead and cached it. So basically just every 10 minutes, if someone asks for playtime top, if it's been 10 minutes, it will ask for it again, and it will just cache it every time someone else asks for it. On that server, it's not some weird global cache, it's just per server, whatever. How would a global cache even work? Wouldn't that just be a MySQL database with only the top list? Weird. Anyway, low key though, if we ever do leaderboards, Rook, I think the good way to do it is just having a MySQL database with the leaderboards, right? Each like row, or is row vertical? I always forget which one's which. Whichever one's vertical.
Row is across, column is up and down.
Thank you. Yeah, so each column would just be a data set, right? Like, oh, we just put playtime top in this top all time, and we just put all the top 25 users, that kind of thing. And leaderboards can or can't be standardized in the way that, like, some of them, you know, might have more than top 25, because I think that'd be cool. And then also we could probably figure out some way to tell someone where they're at in the rankings. Or actually, I don't need to do any of that, because it's not really the most harmful thing to put 70,000 entries into a database for the leaderboard, and then just, because MySQL is actually really good at sorting itself. So if you just ask it to grab the top 25, it's not a lengthy operation. You know what I mean? Like, that's incredibly quick, especially if you have like a number in the row or in the column entries, because then it's like it just immediately knows. Same way you could just click the filter button whenever you're looking at it in a thing. I don't know. Leaderboards would be really cool. I just don't think probably not for combat update. You know. So I need to move my mic closer. Okay. Let me... How does this sound? Test, mic.
It sounds alright.
Waiting for it to come in on the stream as well. Yeah, sounds pretty fine. Always forget to do that. And wait, can you talk real quick?
Meep.
Yeah, okay, good. Making sure they have your audio. A little awkward.
No, I don't need it.
Nobody else is talking on the stream this time, but Lil's just schizophrenically talking to himself.
Yeah.
That's what Yo, 3 streams in a row, nobody's there. The 4th one, I'm just talking to myself. Like, not even like YouTube Let's Play talking, like straight up just like as if I'm having a conversation. Wouldn't that be so crazy? I just stared at the camera for comedic effect. There was more than 5 people watching. That'd be so funny. That would have literally been an LMAO experience. I just got a notification on my phone saying watch live now for this. Oh. Well, Rook, it's pretty cool though that this patch ended up being exactly what you were talking about shortly after MP3's release, or before. I forget when you first mentioned it. The idea of a patch basically just being a mini update, because that's effectively what this patch is, and it's effectively treated as such because it's literally 1.2.8. So, by all means, it's as much of an update as it can be without me actually calling it one, because I just don't think the distinction, frankly, doesn't matter as long as players know it's large, you know?
Yeah.
And personally, I think patches are usually pretty big. Like, there is a lot of patches I've experienced in games where they're marketed like big deals, you know? And in our case, I don't usually do a small patch. This is the first time I've called something a patch since MP3 came out, for instance. Everything else is just a little build, a changelog, you know? Like, it's nothing crazy. It's just, hey, we fixed some things. Why am I farming this guy? For what purpose? 'Cause I think I could beat Z Goku, but I think I kind of want to wait till there's some viewers here to experience it live, because that'd be fun. Speaking of, you know what? Speaking of, that has nothing to do with it, but I need to skyblock and do Forge. Not that it really matters, because I could do it now or right before I leave. Either way, I'm not claiming it again, probably for the rest of the day. I've been pretty lax on the Forge stuff, but it doesn't really matter because we're not really spending tens of millions right now, are we?
No, we need to accumulate funds.
Yeah. You should take some time one day and go do some museum stuff so we can start getting a little bit more interest.
Yeah, I'm going through it when I can, but...
I got you. Yeah, it's annoying. I ended up just opening the wiki for it and just click like open tab on all the items I don't think I have, or looking at the museum and I know I don't have. Also, you should get Warp Museum. Make your life easier. But speaking of unlockable warps is a pretty cool thing. An SAO would benefit from that. Not Dragon Block, because I think, well, first off, Dragon Block, for as much as I like to act like it's a highbrow server, it is in fact still a Minecraft server at its core, and I don't think we plan on changing much of what makes it a Minecraft server, right? Like, /warp is going to exist, because the server's fundamentally made with that in mind, you know what I mean? Just for example, like, how would you even get to certain locations on the server, like /warp PvP, without /warp? The option becomes just something that teleports you there, and that's just like kind of silly at this point, wouldn't you say? One idea though is making, warping instant transmission, and like you have to use the Conton transporter to a point, and then eventually you unlock instant transmission, which is /warp. That is if we have no other good ideas for instant transmission, mind you. Like, if that's our highest idea, then we could do that, but I don't know if we have any other ideas for that.
No thoughts. Our heads are empty.
True. All right. Oh. Did you mess with the warp system at all, or were you not able to? In a new patch.
No, I just tried context menu and imploded.
Oh, okay. I accidentally broke warping in a way that I think non-donors just can't warp, is what ended up happening. I'm literally not sure why. It's probably just a stupid, like, null pointer exception or something of the sort, but yeah. Because I gave donors like a shorter cast time for their warping. Instead of 3 seconds, it's just 1. You're also able to move. I'm pretty sure you probably have that perk or whatever, but non-donors on live server can't move while teleporting right now, which is just like a weird thing. I linked the podcast to the folks in game. Let me do that. What's up, Frey?
Welcome.
There's that. I'm just gonna keep doing some challengers for the moment. Every time I farm challengers, it just really makes me want new challenge arenas. Are you in the same boat?
I don't know. I just go to Cell Arena every time.
That's fair. See, I click random, so I'm actually like experiencing the lack of variety. Technically, like Bobby, wow. Technically, Bobbity's ship is still the best because it has like a really close spawn range, but like, I really don't think that matters for challengers because like walking away from Xeno Trunks is like a one-time thing, right? And then you're on the enemy spawn for the rest of the fight. So like, you know?
Yeah.
Stuck on 407. Any tips? What are your stats? I'm assuming you're probably on US1, right? Because that's the easiest way to share stats in game. But you could just give a quick breakdown here. I could also answer it.
Where's global chat so we can say, hey, what's up, guys, to everybody?
That'd be epic. Well, technically that's the Discord server chat, but yeah. Heard a zombie in my ear and imagine my confusion. Because I booted, got blocked. Just open.
Bro.
I'm gonna do my Forge stuff, get it done. I've probably played a total of 10 hours in the last 2 weeks. Been busy.
True that.
Presumably, like, huh?
How long do you think you're gonna run today?
Probably just till 3, because that's when she gets off work, so that would work out well. Or maybe even a little bit longer, since obviously she gets off, but I don't know what she's doing directly after. That's actually a pretty good stat build. I would probably just say it's I usually take stats in a manner of like just whatever I'm like lacking, I just get more of. You know what I mean? It's usually what I do. So if I'm getting my ass beat by whatever quest I'm on, I just get a little bit more dex. But you're probably in just a scenario right now where you probably just do need to grind. Boo Saga is kind of where the grind starts really hitting you. How long have you been stuck on this quest? Excuse me, everyone, for being AFK. I'm very, very occupied. Yeah, but how long have you been on the quest? Out of curiosity. Because depending on how long you've been farming the quest, you know, that can determine a lot of things. Or like you've been farming challengers for this quest's sake. Since yesterday. Oh yeah, honestly, that's probably that's completely normal. Just honestly, you just gotta keep grinding a little bit more. Unless you're talking about like you've put in like 10 hours since yesterday, then yeah, that's a bit of a problem. But otherwise, you're probably just in the case where you need to grind. Or do you use heals and stuff on quests? Shockingly, I've heard some Rook. I heard somebody say they just straight up don't use heals. They just refuse to use heals on quests, and I'm just like, that's like the point. That's where you use them. That is the place.
If you're using heals on grinding, though,
stats don't really matter depending on races. We made all the races balanced. You don't have to worry about any kind of metas to follow. Just play the game how you want, no matter what race you are, and you'll be all right.
Apollo fixed races.
I don't think I'd say that sentence myself, but I'm literally on a podcast right now, Rook. As a white man, you know, come on, man.
Why are you...
White?
No. You look like an egg.
That's fucked up. I don't know how to respond to that. I'll respond to that by finishing my 2x powder collection quest and skyblock leveling up. Oh, I totally just forgot to go sell the 17 gold plates in my inventory. That's okay.
I can't believe you started streaming, or you're playing Hypixel but not streaming it.
No heal challenge is definitely a thing, but no, this person seemed as if they were a new player. They didn't seem to be a second run kind of challenge person or something like that. Yeah, melee is kind of boring because it's just Minecraft combat, right? That's why we have an entire update about that. Combat update. We have some videos on the channel if you're curious. The basic idea of it is just removing Minecraft combat and making our own fighting game-esque combat where you know, combo different moves, heavy attacks, blocking, parrying, all those fun little mechanics you kind of expect for a lot of fighting games, right? Nice. There's probably also a correlation where like a lot of people watch those videos and then probably feel even worse about current gameplay. I've kind of considered that, where like, you know, telling people look at this crazy cool thing coming and then expecting people to go back in the game and just play the worst version, you know, in terms of gameplay, right? Like the combat is worse, but
I'm starting to debate whether I should like actually get senzu beans over
definitely
other
not.
healing items. Where are they
I
at?
genuinely don't think, you know what, let me humor that, because I've actually, like, this is something I've struggled with for a long time, because I feel like people are schizophrenic when they say they're using senzu beans, and I'm like, what's wrong with you? But let me actually go look at the price value here and see if this feels okay, because I'm genuinely curious. You could do Warp Food Shop, or just next to the food shop, whichever you prefer. I think you're doing pretty good so far, Slug. Yeah. It's kind of how I felt with MP3, right? Because we had this whole big update that took 2 years, and then for literally the entire time, people knew about the combat update. I had some veterans literally telling me that they, like, I would ask them, like, hey, man, out of curiosity, what are you most excited for MP3? Like, months before it came out. And they literally, one of them was literally like, you know, actually, I'm kind of just waiting for the combat update. And, like, that broke my little heart a little bit. Like, I totally get it, but it's also like, damn. You know? No way I just tried to do a grappling hook around Kanton, bro. I literally have been playing Skyblock less since the last podcast. Anyway, I don't think... I could buy 4 Ultra Heal Aids for the price of 1 Senzu Bean. So, like, yeah, getting all your stuff... My issue with Senzu Beans is, like, always... You're almost never getting the entire value of them. You know what I mean? Because, like, you're not really ever going to have 0 health. Hopefully. And you're also not going to, like, be missing enough energy. Stamina, yes, but I don't know. I think it's just easier to use the other healing items. Although it would make your gameplay easier to manage. There's that. You would have to just actively do less, so that might be attractive to you. Using Senzu Beans, that is. Welcome into everyone in the podcast. For anyone who joined from the game, I appreciate you stopping by. For a brief idea of what the podcast is, I mean, it's just me playing, Owner Man playing. But if you want to ask any questions about the upcoming updates or anything like that, feel free. That's what this is for. What were you pondering there, Rook? I'm curious. What was the pontification?
I don't know if, like, I think it might be worth it, but not yet until I can get more money.
Yeah, but I also don't personally think you ever get enough money for that to become worth it. I don't think there's ever a point where 6K is kind of easy to get, that you could use a few Senzu Beans.
Not a few. It'd be like one per story fight.
I mean, yeah, sure, having it in slot. Yeah, that, okay. Sorry, I was under the impression you meant, like, using senzu beans. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's your new healing item. And I'm like,
Well, it
no,
would be, but that's like because I'm in the position where my HP drops fast because I have no dex, but my stamina goes down. But that guy's also dying really fast as well.
Okay. Yeah, we actually have, I already said I need to stop being poor and buy a rank. You don't need to buy a rank, man. We try to make the game as free-to-play friendly as possible. We don't want anyone to feel like they need to buy a rank, donate, or anything. Also, if you're going to, probably just wait for a sale. If you're not, in a position where a rank is buyable, at least wait for a sale. If you're so whatever, I don't know the word. So something. Anyway, there's 13 viewers right now, which is kind of crazy, all things considered. Usually it takes a lot longer for the stream to get rolling in viewers. I wonder if it's because the earlier time. This is the second test of a 12 p.m. podcast. So that's going to be something to think about. Also, though, it's going to be a little confusing to like analyze this one after the fact because I also gave this one a thumbnail. I don't know if you saw my message about that, but like this one actually has a thumbnail and all that pretty stuff now. It's not just podcast episode 9 with some text. Now it's a cool Goku. I don't know. How do I know what challenger I should fight? Generally, try to just fight the strongest one you can without taking as much damage. Like, realistically, they should barely be hurting you. And if they are hurting you, it should be an amount that's like, you can just kind of like shrug it off, right? Like, it's whatever. There's also a sheet showing all the challengers, which I'd recommend. But generally, like, it's kind of easy to know because you'll just be like, you just beat Frieza, and it's like, oh, let me see if I can farm him as a challenger, right? Because, like, you're usually unlocking the people you're fighting, more or less. Let me see. While I'm just letting my Kaioken build up, I'm just going to see if there's some people I can farm for T1 souls. Mr. Rook, did you see my messages in the design chat about armor sets?
I think I did.
Okay, good. And then I just told Munchkin to figure out the color for the bodysuit on that one set. And then he'll do that, and then I'll just put it in-game, like the pants bit, I mean. Since that's the bodysuit, if you will. I'll just figure that one out and put it in-game myself. Since, duh. Ugh. I want to farm lower challengers for the sake of, like, getting a little bit of T1 XP while, like, because I'm sitting here kind of Kaioken passive grinding. So I was farming weak challengers, but, like, I don't like the bullshit TP they give me, man. I almost just wish it would be kind of cool if there was an option in general. Like, some kind of you buy it with Zenny kind of thing, where it's like, I just tell all my TP and Zenny drops to just be stored as a value, and then I can claim them later, you know what I mean? And it will just give me TP convert the entire value at once. So I don't even have to worry about my inventory. That's kind of a cool idea. Yeah, guys, but we do have a patch coming sort of soon. I can't say specifically when, but it's on the way. Quite a few changes for you guys within that. That's going to be pretty nice. Fix up a bunch of things, add a bunch of things, and then we'll be full back to combat development. And there will be some videos on that coming on again. There's also a video for the patch because it's such a massive patch that I wanted to make a video kind of explaining it so people don't have to go read this long-ass changelog. Yeah, Dino Meat's like the light sense of bean. I quite enjoy them. I almost think if there was like a middle sense of bean, Well, I guess divine noodles kind of are that, but like no one's using divine noodles, right? Like that'd be insane if someone was using divine noodles because you don't even get nearly enough. Divine noodles would be a really cool thing to be part of the cooking update. You know what I mean? Like you can just make divine noodles. That would suddenly make an entire new avenue for healing.
Come on, broccoli man.
Have you beat Cell yet?
No.
Wait, do you have your T2 form?
Yeah.
Nice. Do you have the racial state for it yet?
No.
Damn.
Wait, is Broly stronger than Cell?
I think he's a little bit stronger than Cell, yeah.
How the frick? I lost to Cell and went, I'm gonna go fight Broly, and I beat Broly.
I don't actually wait. I don't know specifically. What was Broly's level? Not, you know.
They're both 20k.
Yeah, that's an internal stat moment. See, we talk about levels not mattering a lot, but like we are the reason levels don't matter because we're not consistent with our internal scaling of them. But like I also just don't think there should be a bunch of magic internal scaling. Like it would be ideal that like the level is not just an input. Like maybe there's an input of a level and then the stats change it and then there's an arbitrary level actually displayed. You know what I mean? Not arbitrary at that point, but you know what I'm saying? Like a calculated level. So it's input level and then whatever other input stats and then it estimates how much those affect the level and outputs level. That'd be a calculation for sure. I don't know how we can pull that off, but I'm really excited. I think we'll be messing with stats pretty quickly once we get back to combat here. I think we talked about doing key stuff though first, right? Or is it heavy hit? I forget. It's one of the two. I think it was key because key has like not been talked about since first 2 videos or first 3, whatever.
Yeah, I want to say key.
And I
Sounds about right.
think the idea was make the basic key blast, right? Make a really pretty blast kind of thing, and then we can go from there.
Yeah.
Honestly, it really depends where I ADHD because I'll probably start working on key, and then if I'm not motivated for key, I'll just go work on melee again.
Actually, for key, we should just make a funny box and then figure out everything and then make it visually good.
It's not really that hard to do the visuals as I go, to be honest, and then I get to like kind of get feedback as we show it, rather than have to worry about everyone being like questioning the visuals. You know, I'd at least like it to be presentable right away, so then you know it can get better as time goes on.
It can be presentable pretty easy, just like
we literally already have a ball. We literally already have a key blast. I actually already made it.
Yeah.
Remember, like, it's literally just the ball of the key wave, basically. Final form Cell's a little stronger than Broly by 100k health, someone said in chat. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh. That hurted.
Man, remember when I got to experience Movie Pack 3 for the first time?
You start.
I'm so glad it wasn't spoiled.
But he was going la 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 in all the meetings. I mean, hey, technically you didn't need to know that to do design. Clearly worked out.
Make everything pretty. Get to play it later. Refuse to elaborate.
I think the plan is, I think I've already said it to you, but like I want to start season 3 podcast like right when combat update comes out.
Yeah, I think you mentioned that.
This podcast, I mean, I have no idea when combat will come out, but like this podcast will probably last a few more months because I don't think I'm beating like Super Saga in like 5 episodes or something crazy like that because I'm not gonna do a lot of off-camera grinding. So we should have just enough time to hopefully get around for there to not be like a 6-month gap between this and combat. You know what I mean? Because I'd like season 3 to come back relatively soon, so people are still like caring about the podcast. Because like everyone who cared about season 1 probably moved on from Apollo altogether, or just doesn't have time to watch a whole stream anymore. You know?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of a thing you want to strike while the iron's hot, not wait literally. I mean, you know, that was MP3 in general, but podcast was such a little gem. Like, it was such a random thing at the time. Like, it was definitely a confusing thing whenever I started it, but now it kind of just seems like it makes sense. Live streaming in general is fun.
I'm probably gonna need to head out a little bit early, like
Before 3.
1-ish.
Mm.
This was a bit spontaneous.
No. Well, technically, the 12th time is spontaneous, but technically the podcast has been scheduled for like the entire 2 weeks or so.
Yeah.
SMA truck, how dare you not mark the podcast in your calendar? Not even worth a calendar entry.
No, the 12 blew everything up.
The what?
The 12 start blew everything up.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, I didn't know I was starting it till 12 here last night. I was planning for 2 because usually Bree's just doing some other stuff on these days. Oh my gosh. What was that? It's pissed off that we're starting at 12 today.
Yes. You know, I might need to go, like, now. They're like, the family's all antsy.
What are they doing? Are you guys going somewhere?
Food and then a bunch of chore stuff that I'm obligated to do as a squatter.
As a squatter. That's fair. That's fair. Frey said he's been shot. I sure hope not. Need this guy. Who else is going to do Skyblock Dungeons with me? And maybe do some design work every so often.
I'll get better. Alright. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye. He is gone. Oh, that's loud. Now I can listen to my music in peace. It would have been even funnier if he left after the loud noise. Alright, fellas, we're probably going to have a solo podcast for the rest of the day. Okay, I'll take the 40 minutes. Yeah, I don't know. Rourke is a big proponent of doing other game streams, but I'm just kind of like iffy on it because I feel like I don't know. I feel like it becomes less of Apollo and more of, like, obviously because I'm not even playing Apollo, right? So that's for that reason. But also, like, I feel like there's only so much I could talk about playing an entirely different game. Like, it's going to be hard to really even... And frankly, a lot of what I do in Skyblock is, like, boring gameplay. So, like, yeah, I'd be able to talk a lot. But, like, it kind of just gets to a point where it's, like... And also, when we play Skyblock together, and I'm just doing some boring idle stuff where I can talk during it, that's where we end up having a lot of good work conversations, figuring out a lot of good design ideas and all these kind of cool things. So, like, it's kind of a good time for brainstorming, that is. But maybe I'll try a live stream one day. Maybe I'll try that one day. But for me, that just... It moves away from Apollo, and it just kind of becomes a Lil playing a game stream. You know, I try to make the stream isn't meant to just be me playing video games for fun. It's meant to be me playing the video game. Look at this guy's title. Why is it so far to the left of him? I mean, I guess it's not that far, but mine's like, oh my gosh. Oh, 1 second. I clicked a button. It does something. I have a button that, like, changes the GUI or the screen size a bunch. It messes with a bunch of different resolutions for displays testing. That's what that was. Yeah, see, my title's placed pretty well. Stream probably is delayed, yeah. Probably a good little bit there. I'm gonna farm this guy one more time, then I think I'm probably gonna go fight Mr. Z Goku. Mr. Finishing Z. I guess I could use some more key. But I also don't want to, like, drop that into my stat. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to get God form quite soon. So, more key is a necessary upgrade. I'm actually going to fight Goku, not even put stats in when I go fight him. I'm going to leave all of the points. I have about 2,000 points to invest. I'm going to leave it not invested. And I'm just going to see how that fight goes. Because maybe I get lucky and I'm able to just beat Goku with no stat investment. And then I can save my stats until I really need them. So I can, like, maybe wait till I get God form to upgrade my spirit and just see if I even need to, so I don't waste the points. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to need to, though. God form is no joke. Oh. Beating him up. I'm really interested to see how challengers are going to feel in Combat Update. I think there's going to have to be some core changes to them to make them work for Combat Update. Because, like, fundamentally, the combat will be slower in way of how often you're punching. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be doing less damage. I think the idea is to kind of keep the DPS sort of similar. So that, you know, you're still able to beat enemies. In general, I think we actually would like to speed up some of the combat. But we'll see, we'll see. It really depends. Because, like, right now, I don't know if I'd be chill with, like... Well, this is farming, so this doesn't really count. But, like, let's say I'm doing a story quest, and that takes me 3 minutes of straight fighting. With current server, whatever. But... I don't know. With Combat Update in mind, fighting for 3 minutes with the complicated blocking, parrying, you know, just movement in general, I don't know if I'd want 3 minutes of that compared to 3 minutes of current. So honestly, that's where I'm like, maybe it needs to speed up. Where I come from that. Yeah. I mean, I probably to you, yeah. Doesn't really take much to be an Unk in this community. I'll take that. Excuse me. Oh, that's... I ran into the fight charging and I was out of stamina. Very, very nice. I'm gonna show y'all a little something in a minute. Hold up. I'm gonna show y'all some patch stuff. I think there's not even that many people actually in the stream, but for anyone who is, I'm gonna show y'all a little something. Little early sneak peek that I haven't teased yet. I probably won't because the patch is close enough anyway. Let me get it open for y'all. Hopefully it doesn't just pop on screen. It really shouldn't, but we're gonna see. Okay, then. I'm about to say, you've already seen it, Fred. Alright, let me get to a location and I could show. And then I'm gonna fight Mr. Z Goku. Hold up, let me... Kaioken. Are we almost level 3? Not really. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all just some new textures. Nothing too crazy. How do I wanna put this on screen? One second, y'all. Add text. Okay. Let me just, I guess I'll just do this. Oopsie. OBS is always a little confusing, low-key. Alright, let me rename this. Ugh. Sorry, y'all, this is... Okay, I'm just gonna swap the window here. There we go, okay. BeamNG is amazing, dude. Excuse me. Okay, alright, I'm ready to show you all this. Sorry. I had to text. Okay, so the new thing is some new Z-Soul textures. So you got the tier ones here. The souls have changed as well. Tier 1, 2, 3, and the souls have all changed, so that's neat. As well as, obviously, all of the actual racial souls have changed. Let me go ahead and grab some of these so I can just grab some of these here so I can kind of see them in hand. So the idea was to keep the previous sprite, and to kind of just make it look a little prettier, kind of like, you know, modern standards, that kind of situation, right? Like, the goal wasn't to make them look different entire theme. I wanted to maintain the theme and just make them our own higher quality, because they were definitely behind on the quality. So that's the little thing. And I can also show this new menu is pretty neat. I've shown this a couple times on the podcast, but it's still cool to show it. It would like favorite stuff. No way, bruh. No way, searching doesn't work. Caught in 4K, what the hell? What the hell? Searching works sometimes, I promise. But yeah, see? Searching works. Let me write that down. Hold up. Let me put that on my notes. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to note that little issue down. Okay. That's pretty much all I care to show here. There's a lot coming in this patch, mostly fixes, a couple cute little changes, but for now, that'll be what I show you guys. Also, the billboards are back in spawn, so that's fun. Just, this is the roadmap we've shown publicly in the Discord and whatnot. Okay, let me swap. Oh, it actually switched back right away. Nice. Cool. I would definitely want to say content update, but it definitely does a lot, and it, you know, it's a pretty big patch. Probably one of the bigger patches. I mean, it also has the entire on-time recode that I've been talking about forever now, so that's fun. All right, we're about to fight Goku, y'all. We're about to, you know, about to beat the Z Saga here. Alright, fellas, y'all ready? Ready to watch me destroy Goku? Because I definitely have trained enough for this. Hopefully, I mean, I actually genuinely don't know. I beat Kid Buu, obviously. Wait, do I have enough heals? Probably. Base form already hurts? Oh my gosh. A little awkward. Only one hit from transforming. They transform at 30%. Oh. He does. He definitely hurts. Hold up, I got this. Drop 2k in dex mid-fight, yo. Hell yeah. Need a little pick-me-up, take some steroids mid-fight. I'm getting lucky. He's barely hitting me right now. Chance for this to happen is always so funny when, like, they're just not even landing hits on you. So fun. We got this, boys. Oh. Oh, it's 25% is when they transform. Oh. No way, I forgot that. That's embarrassing. This is such a cool fight, though, low-key. Like, I think it's a lot cooler than... I think it's honestly one of the cooler Saga fights because, like, you actually get to... I don't know. It's like it's a challenge, right? Like, you're fighting this guy, and it's an endurance test. Oh, we got it. Easy. We did it, boys. 17 mil TP is cool. Let's go. Oh. Hell yeah. Oh. Epic. Now it is GT time or super time. We could definitely do a little bit of super. Oh, let's pull out the Dragon Rider. Wait, did we actually finish? Yup, nice. Nice. Light work, really? Guy like me. 5 mil TP for that is crazy work. Yo, King Kai, what are you doing, bro? I don't even think a Dragon Ball could be here, but let's just, you know. Oh! I kind of forgot what quest this was. Low key. Wait. How strong is he? Sort of strong. A little bit. Doing burnouts and donuts. Oh, got a hooligan over here, bro. Out here committing crime. No way I just bought sensu beans, bro. No fucking way I just bought 30 sensu beans. I just dropped 180 bands on sensu beans. Guess I'm using sensu beans, guys. Sensu beans time. Dude, I know. You're single-handedly fixing the economy. No way. I just came back from death. Yo, this is already... Wow, okay. Sorry if that was loud. Okay, well, that's... Definitely need some more... I really don't want more decks. But like I do need more decks because he hurts a shit ton. Let's do that. 2k con, 1k strength, and let's go see what he's like. I think he's still gonna beat my ass. Hey man, that's a way to look at it. Definitely copium, but you know what? I respect it. Because I think you did not feel that way when the change came out, but you know, it's chill. Had to relog. Look at this guy. Oh, is that Cookie again? Broly Fit goes hard, bro. Dude, I love character creation. I am so proud of it. Yeah, these characters look so damn sick. Give him some credit. Give him a little shout out. I actually don't want to use sensu beans. I'm really not used to using them, so I'm just gonna not. Yeah, I mean, you know, that's how that works, yeah. Can I one bar this guy now with my new... Maybe. I'm gonna get enough TP to get another 1,000 decks. Because I'm just happy that my decks... I'm just gonna keep it below 40%. That's my goal. Should be pretty doable. Because, you know, by the time it actually reaches 100k, which is far from now, it'll be pretty chill. I don't know, man. Maybe one day. Oh, shit. Over here slacking. Had to whoop some feet. Y'all got any suggestions for quick selection, by the way? Because I'm curious, right? Because, you know, I know there's a lot of, like, critiques to have with it. I'm very curious what those are. I've heard a lot of them and, you know, working on some fixes for them, but any specific ones here? I'm actually gonna do a little bit of GT quests as well, because these are like effectively free if you're able to beat the end of Z for a little while. Actually, I'm kind of excited to feel how this is, because I've always felt like they're sort of free, but are they? Hell no, they ain't. What? This ain't no free quest. He's beating my ass. Not as much as Goku, but like, he's beating my ass. What do you mean, brother? Pretty sure it's already in the form menu. Give me a minute and I'll show what I mean. I'm sure you already know. No chance in hell you don't know, but you probably just mean something else. Let's see. They finished beating up Oob, this child. Chill, I beat the quest. Okay. What I'm talking about is this. So I'm in, I mean, you could already go here, right? And then go straight into Kyle Stack. It didn't change, I promise you. This was on launch. But yeah, you probably did forget. Yeah, there's a point where, like, GT was actually, like, quite free at the start. Like, when it first came out, I swear it was quite free. I think it's also, like, Oob is one of the stronger ones, and then they kind of chill out a little. Let's see. Yeah, because I'm about to beat the shit out of Pilaf's gang. Like, come on now. No way they're strong. Yeah, see? A level 120. Let me just... It's all the options of the base form and Kaioken. If you go in a form... I'll go base form final in a second and see what you're talking about. Are you suggesting that, or are you saying that's how it is? Just so I'm sure here. No! That's crazy. That's upsetting. If you can put it into words, I'd appreciate that, because, you know, the idea sounds interesting at a glance. I just need to understand it, obviously. So I definitely need, like, more decks for show. Look at that guy. Hell yeah, man. Ain't gonna beat me again, Legic. Oh, that's annoying as shit. Construction sucks. One of them things that, like, obviously it has to be done, but I feel like they do it in such a silly way sometimes. Respecting traffic law, valid, valid. Big respect, big respect. Need more people that actually respect traffic laws. Honestly, Frey, I'm sure Rook would love to add a black suit. We could probably just make it hell of expensive Zenny, so people can drop some Zenny on it. That's valid. I'll ask the design team if they want to work on a tuxedo, and if they want to, then we might do it. Like, just a nice black suit would go hard. We could just make it a little bit of Zenny, so, you know, nice little sync there. We love making people spend their Zenny on some cool stuff. Hey, I just got my 7th Dragon Ball Namek Ball, so I can go buy thing. Sea Souls. Where the hell is this guy? Oh. My dream car? I don't really have one. I'm not really particular on that kind of thing. Kind of just kind of how whatever where I feel like driving. Really, I don't know. Not something I'm really particular on, to be honest with you. Let's do my daily missions right quick. Nice. Yeah, I don't know. I've just never been a car person. Not something I really care about. No! I just traded down some tier 3 souls for tier 2, man. I'm gonna cry. I'm so angry right now. That one is less painful, but wow. A little bit stronger there. Do I even care to level T3 and stuff, man? Like, really? T2 and T1, I mean. It's like a maybe? Maybe later, but I honestly might just use the XP. I mean, yeah, I could get about... You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, 70 XP is not light work, so I could use that. Nice, nice. Okay, where were we at? Probably beating up a quest, right? That sounds about right. Let's go ahead and try to beat up that Goku. See where we're at with that. Yeah, I don't know. That Goku's not happening, man. He hurts. do some GT quests for show. Oh shit, Black Star. Let's not go back to beta, bro. Never. Be awful, man. Nice. Let's go back to what quest, man. God damn. That's insane, bro. That is insane work. You guys gonna make me feel old, bro. Quit. No fucking way. He said I was in. I feel like yep, man, Apollo's been around since about 2018. Yeah, like literally January 1st, 2018. So we're over 7 years now, which is crazy. Yet I'm still actively working on it. That's kind of the crazier part. For me, it's like still being worked on in such an active manner that like it's for me it's always at its peak, right? Because I'm always working on the coolest stuff. I'm like, I don't think the quality's plateaued, anything like that, right? Because I'm still actively going at it, and I'm still literally learning things. I only started coding in like late 2020, so you know, long way to go. Still learning things. I mean, stuff like I always tell people like the combat update couldn't have happened 3 years ago or 2 years ago, you know? It's just how that works. Boogie Fever. can. Oh. That's a menacing hallway. With these idiots. That's right. Ugh. Cannot wait to finish off these weak-ass energy pills. I should probably try to use them even more rapidly, to be honest with you. I'm gonna start frugalously using them because, wow, are they just weak as shit and like kind of annoying. Really? I'm pretty sure Overwatch was around before Apollo, man. Also, like, listen, an indie game outliving, like, Apollo can last as long as I feel like it lasting effectively. It's not like the server bills are that expensive, and I can't really imagine a point in time where Apollo doesn't make enough for the server bills. Like, hell, I could stop developing Apollo and just barely only maintain it, and then just, like, you know, it would probably make enough in donations still to pay the server bill, because it's not that much. So, like, realistically, Apollo, you know, it's a lot easier to maintain Apollo than Overwatch, right? I literally just, like, don't close it. These little guys in here, man. Little dudes. Oh, wow. I see. Strong, strong. Just had an idea. Write those down. You know, something I've considered for a long time is streaming, like, development, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, well, one, I don't really want to show code publicly, kind of not a fan, and then two, I don't know, it's really just mostly that point where I'm like, I really just don't want people to, like, be taking code, whatever it is, but realistically, I could probably just stream a useless system, you know what I'm saying, like, something that, like, it's not the end of the world if someone sees the code. Like, just working on a random menu would not be the end of the world. Something to think about. Very sleepy today. Well, realistically, most of my combat testing happens on my test server before any testers even touch it. I just fight an NPC. PvP testing is a whole different thing that, like, can kind of, like, honestly probably won't even be that frequent. Because PvP is like a secondary thing right now. If we get time to work on it, we absolutely will, but it's not, like, you know, that high priority. Even though PvP is hell of important, it's just not as important as PvE, I would say. Give me all of the fragments. Elite Hunter 2 over there in EU1. Look at the 2 people on AU. Let's go, let's go. The idea of a system where you can bank TP and Zenny drops is kind of cool to me. So I could just, you know, if I get a Zenny drop, it just goes straight to this virtual bank. There's actually a couple ways to do the idea I'm talking about. Originally, I was thinking in my head that this would just purely be a case where you get some TP and Zenny drops, and it goes to it's just stored digitally, and then you can claim it later with, like, you know, it would just give it to you in like TP Zenny convert style, where it gives you the highest increments. But then I realized, why not just actually give TP directly? The only downside is, like, TP boosters and stuff wouldn't work with it, but I think we want to change how TP boosters work anyway, but that's a different conversation. It would work with Zenny. I just need to, like, tap into the Zenny thing to actually make that plausible so it can go to your balance. That'd actually be sick. Like, just, it's an upgrade you get, and you could just forever have digital Zenny and TP drops. That actually be nice. Because at this point, I think making everything digital just off the bat, like, I think the items should still exist, and I think you should optionally be able to do this, right? Like, it should be an optional thing that, like, it could be an upgrade. Because it's been so long at this point that if we are going to add this kind of thing, why not make it an upgrade instead of just doing it? Dude, I am gonna be hard stuck grinding for a minute, aren't I? Okay, let's see what else I can farm. What's the strongest Super Boo? Yeah, right. I probably cannot farm Kid Boo. I mean, I can, but he hurts, and he's only gonna give me 1 mil TP. Yeah, this guy's way too strong for this. For this kind of farming to work, he's way too strong. Like, he actually doesn't damage me, but he's just gonna take too long to kill. Like, I mean, I don't know. He probably has some fire-ass Z-Soul drops, doesn't he? 25% drops, pretty epic. You could play, just installing the mod pack. There's a, in the description, there's a how to join link down there. It's just a YouTube video, but otherwise, if you have Technic Launcher, you can just find us on there. There's also other ways to install, though, if you don't have Technic. Oh! No way, this guy just snuck attack me over there. That's crazy. Million TPs, pretty chill, though. 1.25 mil versus... Ooh, that was pretty cool. But I think he's a little too strong for that. Let's see who else I can really farm. Is there a good Z Goku? Oh. The same. Yeah, I'm the owner and developer and whatnot. Vegeta. His drops kind of suck ass. What about Kai's? Dang. What about Gohan? Not bad, but I think Buhan was honestly pretty good. There you go. I also like that this guy drops some Kaioken shards, so I'm gonna keep farming this guy. I'm gonna use Kaioken though, so I can get a little bit of XP going for that. Who's Mr. Apollo? There's no Mr. Apollo, man. I am Mr. Apollo. I am him. Nice to hear that you're gonna check it out though, Jen. I appreciate it. How'd you come across the stream? You just see it on your feed? Just randomly see this on YouTube? That's fire if so. Just realized. No, the Naruto one doesn't get updates right now, but Byteflow, the developer and owner, is working on a big remaster kind of situation with his own mod. No longer using one of the random Naruto mods. So we have our own Naruto Apollo mod. Pretty much like this. You know? He has a very high quality standard, and he's a busy college student, though, so it's definitely a slow process. mean, meh. There's a handful of people. I mean, you know, you pick a lot of people up over like 5-6 years doing this. I've known Bytes since like 2019, 6 years. We talk pretty frequently, once a week or so. If they're not a businessman. I thought I had more. What? I thought I was like. Huh? I thought I had way more kills on this boot. Oh, maybe I was on my way to 50 kills with him. Am I bugging? Let me check. Boo? Wait, is that list out of date? Wait, what? Oh, no, it's not. I'm blind as shit. Oh, yeah, I was on my way to 50 kills. That's what I was thinking. Dang. Man, challengers is the thing, huh? Because I really, like, feel like I've been going ham here. And then I look at how much I've actually done, and it's like, yeah, you know, you killed, like, 10 challengers the entire episode. I'm like, huh? Can I go? Oh, cannot go Calkin. Let's just go racial state for them. Then I'll... Oh my gosh, can I almost one bar him? Quite a far away from that. I should get another 1,000 con. Definitely another 1,000 con would be epic. I'm gonna get to like 2,200 con because I think it will be very nice to be able to actually, you know, heal or one bar these guys. Excuse me. Quite a far away from it though, because I'm like he's down to like 17% one bar. I mean, here, let me put 100 con in and see how that feels, right? Boom. Go ahead and do this. Alright, let's see. 17% was what we were there last time. A fusion type playthrough or like a party type playthrough would be sick. Just parties into fusion would be epic. Oh, 13%. Wait, I'm not that far off here. I just need like, you know, a few more 100 con. Should I get him down to like 10% now or so? Let's see. What's up, the Saint? Or Saint, whatever. How you doing, man? Oh, 13% again. I didn't have enough for one more hit. That's a shame. I am beating this challenger way faster though. Like I was getting down to like less than 1 minute on the clock beforehand. Now that is definitely not the case. Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna keep farming this guy. I want to get him to 1 bar. Oh wait, I can Kaioken him. Let me actually not go Kaioken right now, but I really want to see if maybe I could 1 bar him with Kaioken. Oh, he's still 13%. I thought I was gonna be able to get him. So if I get him to like 10%, well, I probably would have gotten to 10% anyway. I'm going to serve sadly to have my progress reset. When did your progress get reset? I bet you're just on a different character slot because we didn't reset character data at all in the last 5 years. So unless you played 5 years ago, then your data got reset. But otherwise, no. No data resets here. Oh, he actually... I think I just fumbled that little fight there, but I think he's not 1 bar, not closer, rather. There's a shocking amount of people who think their progress is reset, and it's very concerning to me. It's not your fault, by the way. It's just, it's an issue on our side. Clearly, something's too confusing. Oh yeah, see? He only gets the 14% with Kaioken. That's okay, because I want to level my Kaio. It's worth it. Do let me know though, Saint, if you can't figure out where your character is, I'd love to help you try and figure that out. Hopefully I can actually make a fix to make it easier to understand where people's characters all are, because as I mentioned, this is an issue that's happened for a couple people where they log in, think their character's gone. Bit of a big issue, because I'm sure there's a lot more people who aren't like you and are just very upset about it, understandably, mind you. Because I'd be pretty mad too if I logged in and my character was gone. It could be character creation. I would hope not, though, because character creation like explicitly tells you on screen that your data wasn't lost, but who knows. I think there's like big ass bold text saying no data was lost, but you know, I know how it be playing games. There's so many times where like, because you know, for me, things are obviously obvious because I'm like the dev, right? But like, there's plenty of times where I'll play a game and have an embarrassing mistake where like I think something blah 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 whatever it is, and then I'm like, oh, I'm just being a goofball. So. I was literally like one punch short of killing him. This is so sad. Oh my gosh, I didn't have key prod on the whole time, dude. Oh my gosh. It's literally 9,000 extra defense. Well, at least in this form. I should really level my spirit because, you know, key prod, key fist, that kind of thing. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom in just one moment after this little challenger run here. You can ask the question. I was down to answer questions. I don't mind repeating questions. It, you know, people end up asking the same thing a lot anyway. It's kind of just, you know, the nature of it. I got another 40-ish minutes on the podcast, just so y'all know. I gotta go be somewhere about 3. Ooh, got him down to 11%. Oh, wow, that's unfortunate. I think I'll be at 22,000 by the time I'm done here. Oh, I gotcha. I appreciate that. Always good to be better safe than sorry. If you're talking about the big one, then, you know, like the one related to what I'm doing right now, then no. Have not. That's the big secret. Oh, how many Z-Souls do I have? Pretty decent amount, not too bad. I'm gonna go to the bathroom since he's almost dead. Well, I mean, I'm gonna kill him and then go to the bathroom, obviously. Any predictions on release? Definitely not, no. I mean, for the patch, very soon. But for the update, no predictions whatsoever, because development has been paused while I've been working on the patch. I'll be back in a few moments, though. Mute. Alrighty, I'm back. On the topic of predictions on release, though, generally I avoid any estimates on release, just because it does no good. Like, frankly, it's pretty impossible to estimate such a thing, right? Like, because, you know, this isn't like some huge operation. There's not some, like, it's not a bunch of developers and blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, if I am unmotivated to work one day, that means no work is done effectively. It's that simple, since there's not a whole team. So, or if I get busy for a week, get sick for a week, whatever it is, you know. Ooh, nice. 700k. What if I upgrade my strength, if that would help right now, or if I should keep them kind of where they're at? Good question. I wonder if I'm at the point where more strength equals more DPS, or if technically more con is still the more beneficial one. I mean, con is also health. That's kind of how I look at it. It's like dual purpose there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh. Oops. Oh my gosh. Go AFK for a second, I get beat up. Jeez. I feel like Kaioken should make you faster than it does, eh? Like, Kaioken, you know, it's giving me 25 extra speed, whereas my form gives 55, and it's like, that's, I feel like Kaioken should really be a big deal. Like, when you put Kaioken on, that should be like, you're zooming. Oh, there goes my Kaioken. So when more sagas get added, do you plan to make the stat cap higher? Maybe. I don't know. We got 2 updates till we add another saga, so the stats, we have a video on the channel called Stat Proposal. There's 2 of them actually. Probably will just watch the V2 one. You'll be fine. But that dives into how we're changing stats in the upcoming combat update. So a lot of raising stat cap involves that and how stats will work in the next update anyway. So it's kind of hard to say, but I mean we're open to it if we think it's necessary. How you doing, Pumpkin? I want to try to put a little bit of points into strength and see what happens here. So I'm very curious if that will push me over being able to one bar him. I kind of doubt it, but give it a shot. Because I think, you know, stamina usage, blah, blah, blah kind of situation. Actually, wait. Oh, on time lag. Nice. We'll see if that was actually closer. I need to, you know. So I didn't actually get any closer to killing him, because yeah. I need to get enough con to actually be able to do. There you go, 32 attacks. Okay. So now I should be able to hit 32 full attacks on him. Okay, 100 more con should put me... Oh, yeah. Oh, what the heck's my Kaioken XP at? Oh, 87%? Let's go. Kaioken's so fun to passively use, man. It feels really satisfying. Because I haven't even, like, I'm barely into Super. So by the time, like, my times 10 will be ready for when I need it for blue later. All those kind of things. I'm about to get times 20. To be fair, though, I can't even stack times 10 on my form yet, so... I'm gonna just let the Kaioken go out this time. Dang, I need a little bit more con. Getting close to being able to one-bar this idiot. After this farm, I'll go exchange all my shards. Hopefully we can beat a few more quests this podcast. It's been a pretty underwhelming progression podcast, I can't lie to you. I'll take 12%. Okay, after this kill, I should have enough TP. Definitely not. I feel like it's honestly fine, but honestly, I'll also see once I get there, because if it feels terrible, maybe. But honestly, I feel like it's been pretty fine in the past. Is it like it's like level 8, right? Or is it level 9? I probably should go do crates. Probably a good idea. Well, it's literally like, you think about it like this. It's kind of the same issue where people complain about not getting blue in time for, like, fighting Frieza. Goku trained his ass off in between. I know this is cope, but, like, Goku trained his ass off. What did you do? You rushed to fight Frieza, right? Like, my point being, you're getting Kaioken. You're not supposed to get it. You're kind of supposed to have it for the next saga. Be prepared for future saga where you can use that thing you got. Whereas right now, you're kind of, you know, if you don't go out of your way and train your ass off, like, I don't think these things should be given free. You know, I think you should have to work if you really want to be Blue Saiyan fighting Golden Frieza, then you got to work for it. It shouldn't just be kind of a given because that's how the story goes. But once I get to that progression, I'll have a more nuanced opinion, because I haven't played in the latest scaling. So, you know, my comments, I don't do the scaling, first off, so that is Cat, our scaler. But I know she probably got it right, so. I felt the scaling's been pretty good so far, though, up until early Super Saga, where I'm at right now. Do I really want to get more con? I honestly want to get more strength. I feel like my cons... You know what? No, let's get to 23,000. Yeah. All right, let's one bar this guy and see what we do. Let's use full stamina bar. See where we get him. This might not be the best example because he's like totally getting knocked all over. Oh, 8%! He's so close to it. Oh, it's painful, man. Maybe. It will definitely help. It will undoubtedly help. To the extent, though, I don't know. It's intended to be kind of a small boost. It's not supposed to, you know. Oh, right. Warp forms. Actually, getting 9 more XP in T3 might just do it. Probably not. Let's look at my damage. 57.846. I don't even think this will make a perceivable change. Wow, that's crazy. I don't even think they did anything. Yeah, it's like straight up getting rounded off right now. That's insane, dude. Oh my god, get summoned, cat. Wow. Yeah, you can read what Frey was saying up above. Oh, both of you. The goons are here. I'm in the Super Saga, by the way, fellas. Super Saga is a fucking brick wall, though, I gotta say. I was really expecting GT, the first Saga, to be like a free TP kind of situation. It was not. It has, in fact, been scaled since then. Because, wow, the GT used to basically be that, but not no more. That's why I compliment the GT scaling, because I'm like, that's actually good. I don't want it to be free. Oh, sorry if I was bumping up against the mic and that was loud. The entire time. Lurking. Good. Rick got shot in the head. That happened. Don't tell, though. Don't tell TOS. No way, bruh. 40k TP. That's nice. Double drop. I feel like I should invest in more strength. Yeah, I'm going to invest in more strength. 23. Well, technically, I don't even have double con strength, but that's not necessarily... I don't know. I feel like more DPS would be nice. Honestly. I think I want to do more damage now. I think that will help me kill him. I've gotten down to 9% in one bar. That's the record right there. 9.02. I feel like strength will do it. Chances are I'll probably still be able to do 36 hits too, because I've been doing 36 for a few hundred con points. We'll see. Alright, let's see. 9.02. Can I beat it? Let me not swoop at him, or whatever, turbo flight, because I'm pretty sure that takes stamina. Just knockback is so silly. Oh man, ran out of key. Oh man, I'm down to 35 attacks. No, they nerfed me. I've been nerfed. They nerfed me. I better be able to one bar this guy. Oh, 7.4. I knew it. I knew it. My theory was right. Now, do I get more strength is the question. I'm going to get more strength. I want to hurt more, because that will help me, you know, in beating enemies. I'm going to go Kaio, though, because I want to level my ×5. It's literally about to level. Like it's probably this right here will level. Oh, I forgot he was almost dead. Really do need a button to just remove. I got you, Cat. I do. There does need to just be a button to just straight up remove. Button to get out of quick selection, because I find myself spamming the backspace button, and that's probably not good. I'm trying to read this and not die at the same time. Yeah, you could post that. Yeah, it'll probably just be the same time as, not 2 seconds, that's way too long in reality, but like, because I did like quarter second, like 0.25 second to get out of, to go to your last transformation. And that felt really good, so I'll probably do the exact same thing. Very easy to implement too. And then also, I don't think it should be its own button. I remember Rook said that a while ago, like it should be its own button, but I disagree. I don't want a whole button for that, you know. Did I level Kaioken yet? Close. It is chilly in here. Turn my thermostat off. Why are you... Dodge. Nonchalant dodge. Dang, I'm down to 32 attacks. Strength leveling hurts. Holy shit. What? That's awful. Well, I feel like Kaioken in general kind of unlocks... Oh, there's my level 3. I feel like Kaioken in general kind of unlocks really awkwardly in the way that, like, you get it just generally late. Like, the fact I don't even have times 20 and I'm in Super Saga is a problem. And the fact that I can't even stack times 10 yet is a problem. It also just makes, like... I mean, okay, here's the thing, right? It's balanced. Like, my Kaioken times 5 stack is on par with my Racial State stack by virtue of them being scaled like that. But honestly, I would rather Kaioken be a little bit weaker and me be in times 20 right now. You know what I mean? I'd rather stacking be a little weaker and be in the reasonable stack. Personally. Because I'm going to get God form and never touch this again. And I won't touch Kaioken until blue. So, and then it's going to be interesting to see how that feels. Well, you shouldn't really farm God challengers unless you're, like, very strong, because they are going to be strong, right? And if you can't reasonably beat them, you shouldn't farm them. It's the same shit with Z-Souls. Like, same thought process. You shouldn't be farming someone way too strong for you. Because if you can't kill them fast, what the fuck's the point? You're not going to get much out of it if they take 10 minutes to kill. I need more con now, because my strength leveling ruined... Wait, no it didn't. Okay, 35 attacks. Wait. Okay. I think in general, Kaioken has been fucked up forever. It's gotten better. Like, dude, if you played in GT with Kaioken or in U6 with Kaioken, it is significantly better right now, MP3 update, than ever before. And honestly, it's kind of at a state for me where I just don't care. Like, I do care, but compared to combat update, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't give a remote fuck about Kaioken. It's perfectly fine. No, Kaioken isn't supposed to do that. That's why I was really confused. Actually, no, you're right. You're correct. That's such a hidden-ass mechanic. That needs to be, like, that's kind of hidden. Considering I forgot, I'm the one who added it. I hate shit like that. Come across my own mechanics I forgot about. Because obviously I'm not going to remember every mechanic, but the mechanics should be shown enough that I don't need to remember. It does. It's a classic case of we give them a buff via high damage, but then we lower their DPS. We should honestly just remove it. I'd be down with just removing it in the patch. I know that would buff Kaioken, but is that really a problem? I think if Kaioken became more useful, that's not a bad thing, because a lot of people still look at it in a negative light. I'd be down to remove it. It would take 5 minutes. Because, like, people just view Kaioken as, like, the useless one compared to alt forms and racial states. Well, alt forms have the benefit that you're not getting to level 5. Let's be 100% honest. I am level 3 in my form, and I'm not going to get to level 5, but you've already heard of... We've already fixed that internally. Let me... Alright, I noted that down. It will be removed in the patch. It literally would be. Kaioken will just be buffed a handful of percent, like single-digit percentile. Because I went from like 35 attacks to 32. Losing, I think it's like 10% increase in usage. I mean, here, I'll literally go into Kaioken and we can look at it. I can also obviously check the code, but for the sake of not doing that right now. Actually, I'm going to check the code after I see it in-game, because I'm very curious. Okay, so right now, stamina usage. This is 22, 22-1, 22-11. $24.32. Yeah, that's bullshit. That looks like 10% to me. I'm gonna open the code real quick and check. I literally know right where this code is. In like 2 minutes and I'll find it. Not even. Found it. KK stamina modify. Yep. It modifies stamina usage. Yeah. It's 12.5%. 10% is time. Wait, no. It is 10%. I'm goated. I thought I was in times 10. No. It goes 2.5, 5, 7.5, and then 10 at times 5. Cinema. It goes up. It gets up to. It jumps all the way up to 17.5. Yeah, we're just gonna remove this. We'll remove it right now on stream. There we go. Just remove the code. What is this? Oh, stamina regen. I'm gonna send you this real quick, Kat. NPMs. There's that. And then there's this stamina regen. So we had stamina regen reduced as well, or increase, probably reduced. We reduced stamina regen and gave them a usage buff. We should go to hell for that. That's crazy. Crazy work. It's gonna be a good removal. Coding stream win. I was literally talking about that earlier. Rook thinks I should. Pretty much everyone thinks I should. I don't really like showing code. Although I literally share screen with everyone in the testing team. So, like, I don't know. I go back and forth on it. I don't know. I don't know how much the security issues realistically matter. Or if I'm just being schizophrenic about it. Because, like, I really don't think someone's going to watch my stream, see my code, and, like, steal shit. That'd be a little insane. Putting this in the change log right now. 2 seconds. There should probably be a Kaioken changes section. Because there's a couple Kaioken changes. Let me do that. Stamina usage and... Yeah, I'd probably just stream some bullshit. Give me 2 seconds, y'all. I'm filling out this change log. Sorry for the interruption, but this is a really cool change. I'm very happy about this. Because this is what man, I really feel a lot of times that on the podcast, it's like I find something I don't like and I change it and it feels kind of fucky. But it's also like I just didn't know about this. Like I totally forgot this mechanic existed, so now I'm aware of it and now I care to change it. You know what I'm saying? Because in my brain, I'm always like, damn, am I really just making changes because I don't like something? But it's like, yeah, because that's the only way I come across the thing. And if I don't like it, then it should be changed, you know? But in my brain, I kind of feel like, damn, I'm really just like making these selfish changes, but I don't know. I'm getting a call from my grandma? Give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna mute. What's up, y'all? I got a little tech support call. Sorry about that. You know how it be. I'm obviously the one in the family with tech knowledge, so. But yeah, streaming combat stuff would be cool. I don't know. Definitely something I want to do. It's just I'm responding to a message Kat sent me in PMs or whatever. But yeah, it's not the end of the world, because I'm gonna be honest. There's a way to get, like, let me put it like this. Anyone who wants to steal the code, if they already know how to code, well, first off, it's questionable why they're doing that if they know how to code. If they know how to code, they know how to get the code without me needing to show it, right? And if they don't know how to code, then seeing my code will probably do them no good anyway. I'd love to see someone piece together code from a stream, right? Like, frankly, I think I'll try it. I think I'll give it a shot. I think I'll just jump for it. Just do a stream where I'm hanging out, coding, talking about things. Because honestly, as far as community feedback goes, man, that would be like peak community feedback right there. Sitting in a chat with people, working on stuff would be beautiful. I'm kind of for it. If y'all think you'd watch that, let me know. Like, working on just, hey guys, today I'm working on some heavy attacks. I'm just live streaming it. You guys watch me make the fucking video. I make it on stream and upload the video for everyone else to see. That'd be kind of cool. It's like when a streamer is recording something they're gonna upload. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're doing a segment that they know they're gonna upload, so they're YouTubing it. They're being a YouTuber in the segment rather than a streamer. I mean, that's like half the streamers I watch. I watch their uploaded VOD things, not the VOD, the uploaded clips. That cannot be asked. It's actually not true. I do watch a stream, but usually I'm not a fan of streamers, which is ironic, right? How low is this guy getting? Let me pay attention. %? Okay. I think it's time for more. I think it is time for. I think I need to get back to 35 attacks. Actually, no. I need to get to 13,000 strength. That's what I need to do. Yeah. I don't know if I really care. Like, let me put it like this. So, like, the idea of not showing stuff to build excitement, we've tried to wait, what word did you just correct to not? Not showing stuff is also good to build excitement. Yeah. Yes and no, right? Because, like, yeah, there's a point where, like, letting people speculate is cool, but there's also a point with something like this combat update where showing people what they're excited for, proving that, hey, we're actually, like, doing this, and this is actually going to be good. It's kind of a big deal because, right, this is one of those updates where a lot of people are confused that we can even do the combat update. So I think showing people, proving, if you will, like, proving that we can and are doing this would be cool. And frankly, like, I feel like those streams would do pretty well. I feel like arguably they might outperform the podcast. People might care more to watch me code and work on stuff than the podcast, but maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, though. That'd be sick. If it, like, catches on, we got people dropping in on these coding streams. I'd probably have to figure out a schedule for it, though, because I wouldn't want to just, like, stream every so often and hope people show up. But maybe I would, because, I don't know. I probably don't want to be, like, forcing myself to get on. Because this is different, right? Like, I don't play Apollo until the podcast. So for me, I just save all my playing Apollo motivation for this day, and it works perfectly for me. I can easily play for 3 hours, no issue. But if I was to, like, just be like, okay, the Sunday after the podcast, so tomorrow, I do coding stream. Forcing myself to code for like 4 hours might not work, because there's days where I definitely don't want to code. Sounds good, Kat. I'm probably ending the podcast here soon anyway, so no worries. Thank you for dropping in and dropping some info. We just made a random Kaioken change real quick. Just made Kaioken a little bit better. These are the changes I love. Just finite little improvements. No way. We get back to 35 attacks, and I think I can kill him. Dude, what? 5.8%. This is insane. Wow, I'm killing them much faster, too. I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming, y'all. It's already been about 2 hours, 30 minutes, so that's a pretty valid stream right there in my eyes. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, it'd definitely be cool if I can get a couple of the team together so it's not just me solo coding. That would probably be cool, too. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I'm killing this guy significantly faster now. I'm like barely hitting the 2-minute mark. Time remaining, that is. Organizing my E-chest mid-fight. Crazy business, I know. Dang, look at all the TP. Oh, yeah, let's go use these, y'all. We're gonna go use all that. Nice. Okay. Yeah, let's go use all these. Wow, I realized the crate was right here. Alright, let's start with low. In case we get some up trades here. Let me spend all my TP first. Here you go. 35 attacks. Let's go. Oh. 16? Yeah, that'll do it. I should vote. That'd be a thing I should do. Yeah, let's vote. 22 mil! Yo, this is epic. Oh no. Verify I'm not human. Hell yeah. I didn't even have to do a CAPTCHA. The fact that, man, been brainwashed. Over here like, yay, I didn't have to do a CAPTCHA. CAPTCHAs are so irritating, but I get it. I do. Hate it, but I get it. Yeah, boosting the luck. You know me, man. Nonchalant like that. Actually, you know what? I'd prefer to be chalant. I don't want to be nonchalant. I want to be chalant. Crate. Oh, that's not how you open a crate. Nice. Put that shit in my fucking... Dang, this chest really has a stacking issue, doesn't it? Dang, what? Getting blocked here. I did. You know it, bro. Hey, gotta support the server. This is a cool server. I'd support this if I was a player, you feel me? Ain't nothing to it. Builders popped off, man. This shit looks sick. The amount of TP I'm getting is so random. I love it. Because it's, you know, it's calculated and all that funny business. Oh, I forgot to convert. There we go. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Alright. It's God tier time. God damn, my TP just went crazy. Crazy business. Crazy. This is epic. Let's go do something with all this. Have I already got this? I should look into that. There's a button to make that easier. Let's chill. Let's go check challengers and see if I have these upgrades. Then I'm gonna leave. I think I'll do one more round of challengers and leave. I don't have the time limit increase. Let's buy those, even though I don't need them. I don't care to buy TP boosters. I know I'm crazy. Alright, oh my gosh. Wait, let's go ahead and dump some points. Oh, we're gonna one bar the hell out of this challenger. You know what? We're also gonna progress a little, for sure. Dude, this guy's about to get one barred. Golden key W. Oh my god, is he getting one barred? No way, no way, no way. One bar! Let's go, y'all. I can officially one bar my favorite challenger. Now, I'm curious, when do I get, oh, respawn time. You know, I'll buy that. Gotta be nice. Oh, damn, I had more. helping that guy out. All right, let's go warp challengers one last time. Last little stretch here. Actually, what do I want to upgrade now? Do a little bit more spirit. You know, just get comfortable with the drain. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. I'm whooping ass. All right, fellas. Stream will be ending after these next 4 challenger kills. Any final questions before I leave? You got like 3 minutes. This guy's epic for his frickin' Z-Souls. That's some pretty good grinding today, honestly. So I ain't gonna fight another quest because I definitely need to leave. But next time we'll speed run some quests. We'll push some progression. I ain't got time today, but next podcast, if all goes well, should be 2 weeks from now. That puts us at May 24th. So I'll see you guys in May 24th. Thank you all for showing up today. I appreciate you guys keeping me company, making this a fun time. I'll be thinking about some coding streams. Hopefully the patch will be out before the next podcast. It definitely should be, because everything is done. I'm just fixing things finally. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Actually, is there any kits I can claim? Well, I can claim all of them, but I'm not a cheater, so I won't. I'll claim kit daily and kit member VI and kit Discord link. Okay, that tab complete doesn't work. Don't need these. Get that out of my inventory. And boom, boom, boom. Any thoughts on how skills will work for combat update? Off the top, no. Like, I ain't got anything I could directly tell you right now. But we're cooking. You know, wait, how many is that? Is that 3? Oh my gosh, that's 8. Hold up. We gotta trade these. What's the heck? What's going on here? Oh my gosh, I could buy the upgrade. I don't want to right now, to be honest. Let's just go ahead and get some forms. You know what I'm saying? Oh. I have that as a hotkey on my mouse. Don't worry about that. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.